Services rendered is pretty good, and Charlie Brown's response to everything was just brilliant. This is the second segment of the 9th episode of Peanuts Motion Comics, and the whole thing is very short, of about 2 or 3 minutes, so of course there will be spoilers as I discuss what happens in this. It starts off very briefly with Snoopy oversleeping because his sundial didn't go off. Very cute. We get a little bit of Snoopy later on. Didn't really care for Snoopy later on in the episode, but I quite liked the beginning. And then Sally brings Charlie Brown a letter that he's received in the post, and it's a letter from Lucy. It's a bill for services rendered for $143. And I love that this really ties into the previous segment, All Your Faults. Because in that segment, Lucy showed Charlie Brown a slideshow of, well, all of his faults. And now she has sent him a bill. If it wasn't painful enough to have all of your faults showcased, you then have to pay for it. And he gets this bill for $143, and he goes to Lucy's doctor stand, and she breaks down how she came to that amount, and it's a bit ridiculous. And Charlie Brown is, I think miffed is the best word to describe how he is feeling, and his response to the whole situation was just very funny, really entertaining. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. His interactions with Lucy here were brilliant, were a delight to watch, and I rather enjoyed it. As I said, we get a little bit of Snoopy in between to break up the narrative, but I didn't mind Snoopy's involvement throughout it, but it wasn't as good as Snoopy at the beginning. But certainly Charlie Brown and Lucy were both fantastic here. Charlie Brown's reaction is just brilliant. It made me laugh. I rather liked it. Services Rendered is a really great segment, really great follow-on from All Your Faults. And if you haven't seen either of them, or you haven't seen Services Rendered, then I definitely recommend it. It is pretty great.